July 9th, 2012, at 7 o'clock. So to begin with, we'll have our invocation from Assistant Fire Chief, Mr. Darren Peters.
Father God, we thank you for this opportunity we have to be here and the freedom we have to in this country. We pray for these men and women as they lead us, as they make decisions in reference to the city of Cullman, that you give them wisdom and guidance and bless them in this endeavor. In Jesus' name.
Thank you. Roll call, Mr. West.
Mayor Max A. Townsend. Councilmember Andy Bates.
Here.
Councilmember Johnny Good. Council President Garlan Gudger Jr.
Here.
President Pro Tem Jimmy Folsom.
Here.
Councilmember Clint Hollingsworth.
Here. Let the record reflect that Mr. Cook and the mayor is on business of the city, so that's why they're out. Any additions or deletions, reading of the minutes will be next, June 25th, 2012, and the minutes from July 2nd, if we so feel like it, we can probably have these at the same time, as long as there wasn't any changes. Is that correct, Roy?
I would like to move that we suspend the rules so that we do not have to read those, both of those in their entirety.
So, a motion and a second, please poll the council.
Councilmember Andy Bates. Aye. Councilmember Johnny Good. Council President Garlan Gudger Jr.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Jimmy Folsom.
Aye.
Councilmember Clint Hollingsworth.
Aye. This time we'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
I move to approve the minutes.
A motion to approve from June 25th and July 2nd minutes. Any changes? Any discussion? Having none, all in favor of adopting those minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That carries. Any additions or deletions to the agenda?
Mr. President, I wanted to add number 5 under Roman numeral A, a request from No Greater Love Ministry to have a youth rally on July 21st. I don't know, when we get to that on the agenda, I'd ask someone to give us a little more detail to that.
Sorry, I'm missing. All right. I have a motion to add that to the agenda. Do we have a second? I have a second. Any further discussion? Having none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That has been added to the agenda. Any other additions or deletions? Having none, we'll go into reports of our standing committees. Police Committee, Councilmember Andy Fay. No report. Fire Committee, there is no report. Sanitation, Mr. Cook is absent. Street Committee, Councilmember Clint Hollingsworth.
I just want to follow on Superintendent Mr. Rick Henry just to share a request that we talked about earlier with the group. I guess with the holding pond you're talking about.
Yes, we're in the process of building a holding pond down in the industrial park. It's to slow the water down, keep the water on our property, keep it from going to the 69 highway, affecting the property across the road. What we're requesting is we would like to prevent 2 pieces of equipment used on that project. A D5 dozer and a sheet foot to the packing plant.
Mr. West, if we rent equipment, are we going to be able to have that in the budget? Do we need to put that on the agenda? Or?
Yes, it is budgeted. It's a capital item. We don't have to actually put it on the agenda. It's not an item we're going to bid for. It's less than a bid amount. So it would be a regular repair maintenance that we normally have.
So we'll take that money out of repair and maintenance. Legally, are we good? Okay. We're good to go.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, Rick. Make sure your guys are taking breaks. It's hot out there. They've been working really hard and strong in the downtown area.
Absolutely.
Street Committee, we just did. Finance Committee, Councilmember Jenny Folsom.
No report, but I will be giving a report at our next meeting, which will be a summary of the 3rd quarter of this fiscal year, which will cover April, May, and June revenues and expenses.
Thank you, Jenny. Report from the mayor, who is absent, Mr. Cook. Comments from anyone that is not on the agenda at this time? Having none, we'll move to petitions, applications, complaints, appeals, and communications. Number 1 is a request for Mike Turner of Smith Farms to have a special event alcohol license at 108 and 110 Clark Street, 201 1st Street Northeast during Celebrate Cullman on August 3rd, 2012. If the council remembers, this is the same time that all of the archers will be coming in, so we'll be flooding Cullman for a national archery event also. And this is in conjunction with the downtown merchants.
I move to approve the request.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Having none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Number 2 is a request from Mr. Colby Lawrence for a special events alcohol license for 311 First Avenue Northeast during the same event from 4 p.m. to midnight. What is the pleasure of the council on this request?
Make a motion to approve the request.
And discussion, I have that it is till midnight.
Yeah, is there music, is it gonna be a noise involved?
I'm not sure if Downtown Merchants has music that night. Chief, have they talked to you?
They have, Mr. Pierce and I went down and rode around, and I'm familiar with the area, but we did not discuss the time on that.
They may need to cut off earlier than that,
What
if
we,
there's music or something.
what we will do is maybe allow them, as it's on here, pending no complaints to come out.
Yeah, noise, would be the noise, or,
Chief, are you fine with that, or is there anything else?
Yes, sir, that's fine. I just noticed on the email from Mr. Pierce that he does mention midnight for Mr. Turner's events on the email that I've got with him.
All right, so same thing with number 1.
okay,
All right, so we're gonna
treat them all alike.
treat them all alike. We're gonna do what we normally do, since it's in the downtown, we'll let them stay till the midnight, Chief. If there's any complaints, like we normally do, we need to shut them down, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And then also, Mr. Peoples, making sure the roads have access in case there's public safety, immediate fire truck there.
Yes, sir.
Correct. All right, so we have a motion and a second, is that correct?
Unless it restrictions, they don't stop out.
Let's just do the ARC, that's just what the ARC, you know, what the linear restrictions you want to on. Most of them are required in this permit, whether they're having music or not. They go ahead and just do it generally, just to make them do it, that way they can, if they decide to have music.
Chief, you and the fire chief are on this particular board, so I know you're familiar with A through G that we're making them do, being downtown and in public.
Yes,
So if you just make sure you have a copy of this and give it to Mr. Lawrence or Mr. Turner or anybody that's gonna be downtown selling alcohol.
We'll do that.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Having none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Carries. Number 3 is a request from Mr. Lawrence also for a special event license at 1600 St. Bernard Drive, Southeast, for the National Archery Tournament, August 4th, from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. And there's the restrictions also. Wes, does he have a copy of these restrictions, Mr. Lawrence?
Yes.
He does? Okay, good. And Chief, you'll probably have somebody out patrolling and everything also, correct?
Will.
All right. Thank
These
you.
restrictions are a little bit different, because this is actually already in a fenced-in area, where the other two have been fenced-in area.
All right, thank you. What's the pleasure of the council on this request?
Motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. And number 4 is a request from Mr. Ron Pierce of the Downtown Merchants Association to close multiple streets in the downtown area for the Celebrate Cullman Festival. Chief, you said you rode around with Mr. Pierce the other day?
I did. We went to all the locations and we discussed possible problems and we made a few adjustments. So this actually reflects some of our comments and concerns.
You're good with it?
Yes.
Has fire chief seen this?
Yes.
Okay.
I move we accept this request.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Form, you have anything on that? Okay. Having none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Moving on to number 5 that we added to the agenda, a request from No Greater Love Ministries for a youth rally.
Yes.
All right, if you come forward to state your name and address for the record, I would appreciate it.
Right here.
We might- Yes,
Sure.
please.
My name is Cindy Higgins,
Okay. And then your address, please, ma'am?
1455 County Road 1508,
Okay.
Ominaka.
All right, and you're requesting a youth rally on July 21st,
Yes.
7 to midnight, is that
Yes.
correct? Now, where is this going to be held?
In the Core Wireless parking lot by Buzz Express, over by Walmart.
Core Wireless parking lot.
And I assume you got the owner's permission to
Yes.
to do that?
And both of the businesses there.
The businesses, and is the business the one that owns the property right there, do you know, Roy? If it's in front of Core Wireless?
lease, but I assume they do some parking lot too, and they control the parking lot.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. Yeah. Rick, do you have any ideas about that, sir?
That's the core wireless on Cherokee,
Yes.
just core on that property.
I don't know, when I went to them, they gave me permission, because I know other churches have done things there. And so they didn't mention to me that I had to go there either.
Let's go ahead and talk about the rally real quick.
Sure.
Tell me about, No Greater Love Ministries.
No Greater Love was founded, I had a son who was murdered by a drug dealer. He was doing missions work and, he saved the lives of 3 people, so that's how we got No Greater Love. And so we're just kind of going after, we go into drug and alcohol rehab centers, the cities, inner cities, churches, schools, wherever they take us. And so we just decided there's such a problem here in this community. We spoke with they're going to come out, we just want to, we're trying to reach the kids that won't go to youth group, so we're calling it a block party.
Yeah.
It's called Wrecked and Awakened, because, we were wrecked and now we've been awakened, and, so we're just going to go out there and love on them, and we have, praise and worship band, our Christian band, a rapper, several speakers, and a dance team, like a, or they come out and do that, I don't know what they call it, dancing, but, so we're just gonna come out and give them some information and hopefully change some lives around.
That's some lives. Good. I'm sorry about your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Council, you have any further questions?
Again, until midnight, the noise permit, that's not, are the residents very close to it?
The Harmony Lane next to Lowe's would probably be the closest heavily populated area. And of course, if you want to, we can always work with them if we start getting complaints.
Yes,
That work.
definitely.
What normally happens if they do get a complaint, they tell you to turn it down, so you another one, and they'll have to shut it down.
Okay.
Okay?
No problem.
I'm proud of what you're doing. Thank you for doing
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve request. And pending the, I guess, the noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, meaning the noise complaints, and then also as far as the property ownership, Rick,
Will there be a tent?
No,
Will there be a stage?
there will be a stage.
You know how tall?
What was the date?
We're probably
July
gonna
21st.
get a truck bed, like a semi-flat.
Bleachers, seating?
I'm sorry?
Will there be bleachers or seating?
No.
Okay.
you okay? Okay. We got a motion, we have a second. Andy, second, thank you. Any further discussion? And Chief, you've got our information, or can you make sure you talk to Chief Culpepper before you leave?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, no further discussion, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. And don't feel like you have to say if you don't want to, you are more than welcome.
Thanks.
Resolutions, ordinances, orders, and other business. Number 1 on the agenda, resolution 2012-98 is for a pump, motor, and installation to the lowest responsible bidder, Mr. Jim House and Associates, in the amount of $21,368.
Budgeted item,
Budgeted item.
replace a 25-year-old pump, understand. So I'll have a motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt, we have a second. Have a second, any further discussion? Having none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Resolution 2012-103 is to award the tree services for address 910 Main Street and 10th Street Northeast to the lowest responsible bidder, Keller's Tree Service, in the amount of $500. All 3 bidders are from Garlan. It's a pleasure of the council adopting this resolution. Have a motion to adopt. Do we have a second?
Second.
And a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? It's adopted. Number 3 is resolution 2012-104. It is to bid the replacement for 2 HVAC units for fire station number 2 to the lowest responsible bidder, Richard Electric, in the amount of $23,000. Same thing there. It's a long time coming for this, huh?
Move to adopt.
Motion to adopt. Do we have a second? We do. All in favor of adoption, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Number 4 is Resolution 2012-105 for emergency repairs for the wastewater treatment plant to the lowest responsible bidder, which came under what we had budgeted at our last meeting for Mark Johnson Construction, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, $346,513. What is the pleasure of the council in adopting this resolution?
Move to adopt the resolution.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor of adoption, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Resolution number 5, 2012-106 is to enter into the contract with Goodwin Mills and Kaywood for professional services on the force main replacement project for the wastewater treatment plant, and the amount not to exceed $40,121. It's a pleasure of council on adoption of this resolution.
Make a motion, we adopt this resolution.
Motion from Mr. Hollingsworth, second from Mr. Page. Any further discussion? Having none, all in favor of adoption, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? It carries. Resolution number 6, 2012-107 is to enter into a contract with GMC for environmental services for Cullman Airport runway extension project in the amount not to exceed $60,000. What is the pleasure of the council on this request? Motion to adopt. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion?
The city's portion is 2.5%.
So the city's portion of the 60,000 is 1,500. I think it's almost probably.
I'm doing math right, Bob?
Yeah, 1,500. All right. We have a motion and a second. All in favor of adoption of this resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? We have our ordinance, which is our first reading, 2012-13, to annex Brian and Samantha Roberts, property located on 154 County Road 1313 into the city limits of Cullman. Again, this is our first reading. There will be no action taken tonight. Number 8 is a first reading also of ordinance 2012-14. What is the pleasure of the council on this particular ordinance?
Mr. President, I'd like to move that we suspend the rules so that we can act on this tonight.
I have a motion to suspend the rules. Do we have a second? Please call the council.
Councilmember Randy Page. Aye. Councilmember Johnny Cook. Council President Garlan Jr.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Jenny Folsom.
Aye.
Councilmember Clint Hollingsworth.
Now, at this time, we can entertain a motion to adopt this ordinance 2012-14, which is to participate in the state of Alabama sales tax holiday beginning August 3rd, 2012 at 12:01 a.m. and ending on August 5th, 2012 at midnight. We do this as an annual event. This is for going back to school shopping. Is that correct?
Yeah. Motion to adopt.
I have a motion to adopt in a second. Any further discussion? Having none, all in favor of adoption, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That is adopted. Any board appointments for the night? Having none, any motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.